It may not be the smoothest way to see the United States, but for Ryan Thiebaud, there is no other car he'd rather drive 8,000 miles in.
Here in Milton, New Hampshire. This is my house, my hobby that's a little out of control. For years, I've grown up around the antique cars, and it's been a family thing. My great-grandfather had them, and I was real close to my great-grandmother growing up. And at a young age, I was going to car shows, working on with my grandfather, and I always wanted to drive across country in one.
With some saved up vacation days, a country in the middle of a pandemic, and drowning in political debate, Ryan decided to take a 4-week road trip across the country and back again to see America through his own windshield.
So I wanted to do Route 66 for sure. So my plan was to get to Chicago as quick as I could, because that was the start of it, and then just head west. And I had 4 weeks to do it. I always wanted to do it in the Model A, and the way times were, I was kind of interested to see, well, really, how bad is it out there? What I found is, I mean, there's still a lot of great people out there.
Ryan left New Hampshire in August on a solo journey with his 1929 Ford Model A, packed with all the tools that he would need to handle any bumps in the road.
It's going back to the basics. They're old, but they're just so easy to work on, and you can almost fix anything on the side of the road as long as it's not like a major issue. The way everything was, I wasn't really sure if I was gonna really get places to stay. And the car doesn't have a ton of room, so it was a challenge trying to figure out, well, if I can't get a place to stay, where am I gonna sleep? And that was where the whole platform came into play.
Even though Ryan clocked the miles solo, hundreds of others were along for the ride virtually.
It kind of blew up on Facebook. I didn't really expect any attention from it. The Facebook post was really to keep friends and family in the loop. And what a lot of people didn't see is the messages I was getting every day. And I was probably getting an average of a good 30 private messages a day from not only in the United States, but all over the world. I was just posting what I saw. It was no one side or the other side, or trying to focus on anything. It was just pictures of what I saw and pictures of America and the back roads of America. And I think that's why so many people were intrigued by it. And of course, a lot of people are stuck at home and can't go anywhere.
Some of the highlights from the trip?
My favorite parts were the small towns. Route 66, what I found was a really tight-knit community of people, basically from the start of it to the end of it. And it was really incredible to see. In Illinois, I met this first individual that basically passed me on to the next state, and those people would pass me on to the next people in the next state that were working to preserve and keep Route 66 for what it was. A lot of times I felt like, I guess maybe I was stepping back to like how things were in the 50s. A lot of really cool motels, vintage motels that have been restored. There's a lot of neon signs that are working, and there's also a lot that unfortunately are abandoned. A lot of gas stations, a lot of the original vintage gas stations have been turned into museums, home-style restaurants. Mount Rushmore was cool to see. The Needles Highway in South Dakota, it was basically a road built, I think back in the 20s or 30s, that they said couldn't be built, and they built it through the mountain, and you went through rock tunnels. That was pretty cool. The desert, I'd never been to the desert before. That was hot. That definitely wasn't the highlight of my traveling, that's for sure. Top speed was 55, and that's fairly flat. ground, if you're climbing a mountain or whatever, you weren't climbing it at 55 miles an hour. There was times that I was doing 20, 25 miles an hour for several miles because you were going up the side of a steep mountain. It was 8,011 miles by the time I got back home in 4 weeks. I had a very warm homecoming. The Ira Miller store reached out to me very early and wanted to do something when I came back, and so did the Pink House, so it worked out really nice. It was nice. There's a bunch of my friends there and people that just started following me because they saw the trip actually were there and to cheer me on as I came through.
After 8,000 miles and lots of state lines, Ryan says he's happy to call the Granite State home.
New Hampshire's definitely still my favorite.
The Ford lover says he'd love to hit the open road again. Next time, maybe taking a different route, one that doesn't involve the desert.
I'd like to do another road trip for sure. I'd love to do a more northern route in America and even drive to Alaska someday. I think would be kind of a cool trip.